There we go. Sorry, Gabi, I think she is the highest female. The highest level female player right now. Because Levyhead, I'm not really sure if she's playing. Here we are. And she would be the highest, the absolute highest level female player, but I'm really sure if she's actively playing. So I think Gabi might be the highest active female player. Alright guys, welcome everyone then to the second set of the day. Ganji versus Gabi. This is going to be a best of 3. We have the same matchup that we saw in the previous game, but the difference, of course, that this time around there is no water, so there is no chances. There are no chances of somebody going for water and somebody not going for it. Yo, Fire, my man, how are you doing? Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid, Fire. I appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are casting the qualifiers over here for the Grand Melee. We are on the second set of the day. The first one we cast Thunderbolt X versus Ready Rodian before. And, you know, we were actually trying to cast a different set. Originally, I was trying to cast Gabi versus a Bandas guy. So I would imagine that's probably from your clan, isn't it? Welcome you guys. What do I know your name? Have we played together? My name? I don't think we have played together, but I've been streaming for 4.5 years, so maybe you read it online somewhere. He's just coming out for Ganji already. We haven't really talked about civilizations too much, but we already did that for the previous game, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Although I did not really mention too much about the Hindustanis in the previous game, so maybe let's do that. So Gabi's civilization is going to get a discount on villagers of 10, 15, 20, and 25%. Cheaper villages in Darkfield Castle and Imperial Ages, respectively. On top of that, we have for Hindustanis 25% faster attacking Camel Rider units, and +1/+1 armor on Gunpowder units. Well, for the team bonus is going to have for Hindustanis Light Cavalry, Hussar, and Camel Rider line units deal 2 bonus damage against buildings. But yeah, this is already a very interesting start. Ganji, of course, is delayed to the field age by going for the Drush over here. Meanwhile, Gabi's stealing some of the Turkeys over here. Speaking of which, the Grand Melee and Deep Waters League, they have pretty much the exact same settings. They are a little bit different compared to what we saw during Warlords. Warlords had also the 9 villager start, right? But there was, for Warlords, there were, I think, 8 sheep available at the very beginning. Meanwhile, for the Grand Melee and for Deep Waters League, you're going to get only 6 sheep at the very beginning. 3 of which are underneath your TC. 1 of which is already gone, as if you had already taken it. And 2 of which are still up for grabs, right? You still have to spot them, so... if Gabi would have gotten away with a geese over there, she would have actually left Ganji on only 3 sheep. Or 3 turkeys, rather, to work with. Or geese, rather. So yeah. You can predict the winner, guys. For this game, you have 2 minutes left. You can use your channel points and play the prediction contest. Option 1, I would imagine, is Ganji. Option 2, Gabi. To keep it kind of consistent with the in-game colors for the players. So, go nuts. Village is here for Ganji. He's got the Mana Tarns upgrade. Meanwhile, Gabi, she's playing defensive. And she's doing alright. She's gotten the stable already up. Gonna start sending some of the scouts for. That's going to be the second scout only. The first scout is full HP, so that's really good for Gabi that she was able to keep it up. Now she's gonna start putting some pressure. Third scout's coming out as well. That might not be the best location for the scout because or for the stable, because the scout's gotta kind of roam around over there before going for it, but it might not matter too much in any case. She's got the mobility in her favor. Tough one here due to civilizations. Ganji has to go make a castle, no? Lots of Hindustanis Mayans? Yes. I wouldn't say this is quite as tough for Hindustanis as it used to be the case whenever you had Mayans versus Indians before Indians got split into different civilizations. I'm still liking the Mayans. Probably a little bit better, but Gulam has made a huge difference in this matchup. But yeah, you are correct. You know, Gabi would need to get to the castle age. She would need to get a castle up before getting to that, of course. It's not a particularly accessible unit. You need a castle for it. Meanwhile, Ganji is going to be able to go for whatever he wants to go for from just standard military buildings, which are so much cheaper as well. Regardless, we see Ganji taking a little bit of HP losses over here. Might end up losing all of these archers in the end. We have some defensive skirmishers for Gabi as well. She's done a good job, and that's the way you go about it. Usually it's going to be scouts into skirmishers. If you can make a play for scouts into archers, that's always ideal, but it's going to be pretty pricey, so skirmishers is usually the way to go. And it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough for the time being to repel Ganji's push, and the game is going to stabilize. About the same amount of LTC time for both these guys. Ganji is still one worker ahead because of the Mayan bonus. And yeah, it seems like Gabi should be able to defend herself over here pretty alright, right? The skirmishers will take on the spearman. There we go. They will take on the archers as well. The scouts should be able to take care of everything else. That is maybe not the best engagement though. Gabi ends up going down to the Minotaurs over there. Ganji. Well, Ganji actually ends up getting the better end of the deal over here. It seemed as if it was a little bit better for Gabi, but unit control might have not been the best over there. Might have not been what it could have been, and now Gabi's kind of on the back foot once again when she looked as if she was going to be able to clean those units up just a minute ago. Ganji's finally finishing the walls up in the north as well, so there is no more opportunity for Gabi to come forward with the scouts and get any damage done. She simply cannot come in anymore. Meanwhile, well, Ganji is going to keep on pumping archers. He does end up getting pushed away as Gabi successfully fends off the aggression from Ganji, but it's not the end of it, of course. As Ganji is going for more units over here, we're going to see very soon another push coming out from the Wu player. However, right now it seems like the players are trying to focus to go up to the castle age, and obviously Ganji is going to try to utilize that for crossbows. Gabi is going to try to utilize that for camels. Would definitely love to see the red player try to get some stone. But let's take a look at the map generation. I will assume there is no more damage left for these Minotaurs to deal. There is no more damage for these units to deal forward from Gabi anymore. So let's take a look at the map generation for both these guys. Taking a look at the bull player first, we'll see that he's got one goal in the back, which is beautiful. We have one stone on the left-hand side and one stone on the right-hand side. We also have the gold over here on the right-hand side. So this goal is somewhat exposed. If Gabi ever got to bulking arrow, for instance, just some skirmishers from this area might be able to push the villagers away from here. But because of the back gold over here, Ganji's gonna be fine anyway. Stones are kind of exposed, so that's not ideal. Meanwhile, taking a look at the red player's map generation, well, Gabi's got one stone over here on the back, which is great. I would definitely like to see her try and go and take advantage of this stone. She will need a castle. And then she's got a side gold. She's got the secondary goal on the right hand side, kind of far away. And the stone, the secondary stone is actually super far away, beyond the wood line even. But it seems like she's gonna try to expand on the walls, right? So probably something like, I would expect something like that, perhaps. Something like this, maybe. Try to get the walls up over there. It's not really going to secure the gold either, or the stone over here, but it's going to give her a little bit more room to breathe. I wonder if Gabi goes 3TC Elite Skirmisher and goes on stone. I'm not really sure about Elite Skirmisher. She's got only 4 left, and seems like she's going to lose a few more. And by the way, Ganji seems to be showing his hand a little bit early. With the Eagle Scouts pushing the skirmishers away, Gabi will be the wiser going for stone right away so that she can get the castle up ASAP and she can get the golem out. The golems! Triple barracks for Ganji. We know exactly what to expect from Mayans in this situation. Gabi, on the other hand, she's going for a second archery range against Eagle Warriors? What is Gabi going to do with this? Man, she can't even go for cavalry archers even. I mean, she can, but they are not going to scale quite as nicely as they used to in the past with the Indians, right? They are no longer fully upgraded for Hindustanis, although I guess for the Castleish they are just as good. Cavalry archers, he's getting bloodlines. It seems to be the case, but double archer ranges? Cavalry archers, that is not strong enough. And it's open! It's open! Here come the Eagle Scouts! Genji's gonna try to keep this open as well. Just finished researching scale mail armor as well, so that's already +1/+1 for these Eagles. He doesn't have the Eagle Warrior upgrade yet, but as long as he can keep this open, that's still going to be so tragic for Gabi. She was just so close to completely walling herself up over here. And we have a second TC on the way, and she is going for cavalry archers, but with double stables, it's not going to be fast enough. I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Now Ganji's got the Eagle Warrior upgrade coming up. That is a very nice quick wall from Gabi. She will end up still, though, getting breached. Losing some villagers, and Ganji's pressure over here is relentless. Does Maya have any answers to Gulam? Well, technically, El Dorado Eagle Warriors do take on Gulam 101. But until you get there, the Gulam are going to be stronger. Yeah. And there's obviously, of course, a possibility for Hindustanis to go for Shatangni Hand Cannoneer to potentially counter Eagle Warriors even further as well. So it's not even a surefire answer to go for just El Dorado and say, yeah, I'm going to be fine against Gulam. But yeah, it's kind of rough. Hey, Patito! How are you doing, man? Welcome back. Long time no siege. Yeah, man. Gabi was able to push Ganji away for the time being. Ganji started to go for some monks. He's got also the extra TCs coming up, and unlike Gabi, Ganji's got the third TC on the way. Gabi's just been able to go for 2, and to be fair, she really wouldn't be able to go for triple TC and double archer range, cavalry archer production at the same time, of course. Even Hans kind of stick to 1 TC to go for triple archer range production, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for Gabi to get the numbers that she needs, I would say, and because how cheap, how quick the Eagle Warrior production is for Ganji, it feels to me like the blue player is certainly in the driver's seat over here. Even if I do like Gabi trying to go for the counter-strike over here, it doesn't seem like it's going to be doing too much, unfortunately. Yeah. On time indeed. Of course, each workshop's on the way now for Ganji as well. What does Gabi do against a few scorpions in this situation, though? These cavalry archers, it's so micro-intensive, it's so demanding on your attention span to get a good engagement against the Eagle Warriors, because while you do still have better mobility than the Eagles, these are not slow units, right? So if you want to kite with cavalry archers, it just takes so much attention. Yeah, and if you're not paying attention to your units 100% of the time, they get taken down by the Eagle Warrior, so. Especially now with chainmail armor, Ganji's units are significantly stronger as well, compared to before when he had only +1/+1, so the cavalry archers are not going to be strong enough anymore. This is good though! Gabi gets the villager down! Denies the siege workshop for the time being. But yeah. Here come the Eagle Warriors though. And Gabi's completely open over here. The Eagles are streaming into her base. Man, it's really hard to shake off the male language in Age of Empires, isn't it? But yeah, again, just really streaming the units into her base, and Gabi seems like she's just going to end up losing some units over here. She is trying to go for her own counter raid, yes. But once again, there's going to be so much more micro-intensive for Gabi to make work, so long as Ganji brings a few Eagle Warriors out over here and starts chasing the Cavalry Archer around. It's going to be pretty difficult for Gabi to do anywhere near as much damage. So far, Ganji has gotten the best Eco KD with a 3-to-2 KD ratio right now, 96. Villagers killed versus villagers lost so far. How did the Cavalry Archers get in? It was open. I think Ganji might have deleted the house over there to let the Eagle Warriors come out, so Gabi took advantage of it. Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about, right? These Cavalry Archers are so micro-intensive to counter the Eagle Warriors. Meanwhile, Eagles, you can just spam, go forward and just patrol and kind of forget about it, in a sense. Remember, this is a best of 3 series, so game number 1 is just the beginning. Public service announcement, there we go, Scorps versus Eagles. Yeah, not the best. Ganji has gotten more idle TC time, but he does have a third TC, so when you amount for that, I don't think it was any higher compared to Gabi. At the very least, I mean, he's probably produced just as many villagers, right? Or more compared to Gabi, and you can just do some simple math over there by subtracting the eco losses and then taking a look at the current villager count, and you see that Ganji actually produced more compared to Gabi up until this point. So in the end, the red player gets pushed away from Ganji's base. Now she's gonna try to get the castle up, and this is game-changing, guys! The castle's coming up for Gabi, and this absolutely changed things up. With Golem now on the way from Gabi, plus the 3rd and 4th TCs, there is a chance for her to kind of put a stop to the Eagle Warriors a little bit. Hey, T-West. Hi. Welcome back. There we go. And now things are looking a little bit better. If Gabi's able to stabilize over here, get the Nav Golem out to counter the Eagles, that's going to be great, of course. You gotta keep in mind as well that just 1 castle production versus triple barracks production is still going to result in better unit production from Ganji. And as a matter of fact, he's gone on to add extra barracks, so we saw 3 in the past, but it's 5 barracks the Ganji's got to produce Eagle Warriors from right now. I think her plan was to make some Cavalry Archers, but her time to get stone and buy some time to get stone and get a decent economy. Perhaps. Usually, like it's kind of rough, because if you want to go for Cavalry Archers, that's the army that's going to require a pretty strong economy for you to produce a good amount of, unless you stick to a single TC, right? And then if you start going for Gulam, if you have a single castle, it's not really that expensive. Like right now, if Gabi was able to get another castle up, that'll be much better than she should be able to keep production from more than 1 castle at the same time as well. But for the time being, she's managed to stabilize though herself and Ganji. Ganji's been trying to breach through. Gabi's done a really good job, as you can see, preventing the Eagles from coming in again. To be fair, it's not like it'll be the first time, but she's preventing taking any further damage. So yeah, I'm here to pray the Golems can carry. Hey, T-West. Rooting for Gabi over here. I want to see you put your bones where your mouth is. I know that sounds nasty, but that's just the way it goes. Bones being the channel points and, of course, the prediction contest running for the series. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the Eagles are destroying the palisade over there, but with a Golem over here, Gabi should be able to defend herself. Wheelbarrow on the way now for Ganji as well. Gabi's got enough gold already to click up to the Imperial Age. She doesn't have anywhere near enough food, however. Especially with 4 TCs, she barely has enough food to keep the TCs working and to keep production going as well. Yeah, Ganji walked in, but he ended up losing the units, right? So Gabi should be fine. Now she's going forward. But this is what I'm talking about. Gabi's got 8 Golem, right? Ganji's got no more Eagle Warriors anymore, even though he could have significantly outproduced Gabi at this stage already. Instead, he's gonna make a play for Pole Archers. I do not think that's going to be the best necessarily. It's gonna be kind of the opposite of what we had before with the cavalry archers against eagles. Now we're gonna see plume archers against golem. Sure, the plume archers are they have mobility, right? But they are not quite as fast as cavalry archers, I think. And compared to the golem over here, they're barely going to be any faster. It's 1.2 versus 1.15 for the plume archers and the golems respectively as well. So I'm not really sure this is going to be the best unit choice for Ganji. Gabi though manages to click out to the Imperial Age significantly earlier, while Ganji on the other hand is getting close to enough resources to click up, but still has not managed to go up yet. And Gabi's missing +2/+2. That is huge. She's losing a lot of golem warriors over here, and I don't think that was necessarily required from her raid over here. Yeah, elite golem are going to be even stronger, of course. So we want to see that, and ideally we want to see a second castle for which Gabi has been collecting some stone. Squires is in, right now, right? So now these are actually faster than the plume archers. Only +2/+2 coming up now. Yo! Lori Kerotis, thank you so much. Oh my god, almost the clown popped out from me over there. Thank you so much for the support, the subscription. Prime Gaming as well. You know, I absolutely love Prime subs. It's free for you. It gives me sweet Amazon money. So, I'll take it. I'll take all the Amazon money I can get, man. So, very much appreciated, and then welcome back. 4 months already. We're getting serious. I think plume archers are the best choice against golem. If you can manage to hit and run with a decent mass, what else could you do? Eagles? Well, the golem are technically going to be countering both over here if Gabi gets a good amount of these units as well, because once again, now that we have squires, the golem are actually faster than these plume archers. The problem is that Gabi didn't really have the means to mass too many units. She's got only 6 golem right now. She's going finally for the second castle over here. But Ganji's looking much stronger. He's got 2 castles already up. He's just gotten the 3rd castle up. It's gonna be in the Imperial Age in about 40 seconds, and he's gonna have 4 castles to work with. He's in a higher population right now, while Gabi might have the tools to work with. She doesn't really seem to have enough units coming out. Doesn't seem to have enough of an army in place to really counter Ganji. And you can take a look at that by taking a look at the military count over here pretty easily. 34-12. Military units for Ganji and Gabi respectively, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any closer than this, right? Ganji, so long as he keeps production going, and he's got the lead. Plume archers coming up. Should be the one with the upper hand, despite technically having golem counter archer units. With these numbers and with the upgrades that Ganji's going for, it seems like he's still going to be just fine. Gabi's Brazilian, and she is, I would say, probably the 2nd best female Age of Empires 2 player ever, next to Lavihead or Laka. But I don't think Lavihead is playing anymore. At the very least, I don't think I have seen her play in a while. So I'm actually not really sure if she's active still. I think Gabi might be right now the top Age of Empires female player. From the active ones. Haven't seen her in a long time? Right. Beautiful. The castle over here, of course, the nice PC. Yeah, and Gabi starts to crumble over here a little bit. Trying to go for a TC on the left-hand side, actually going for a mining camp on the left-hand side, and Ganji! He denies that with a castle drop. He tried to go for a mining camp, nope. Castle in your face. Tried to go for the TC, nope. Castle in your face. Who's gonna win this? Well, right now it certainly seems like the game is favoring Ganji by quite a lot. He's got chemistry, he's got bracer, he's got elite plume archer, so these guys for attack, they're already as upgraded as they can be. Meanwhile, you take a look at the golem, and we have a golem, yes. They are still not strong enough. The numbers are favoring Ganji, and that is the problem. Gabi has not really managed to mass enough units to get anything done against the Pulm Archers over here. And yeah, we have a lot of castles right now, indeed, for Ganji. He can produce from 5. If he takes this one down as well, Gabi is gonna be left in only 1 castle to produce Golem from. So yeah, Ganji once again in a beautiful spot. Need some skirmishers. I mean, that would kind of zone the Pulm Archers a little bit, right? But it's unfortunately not a unit you'll be able to put pressure with. And right now, Gabi needs to not only defend herself, she goes on and calls it GG. She needs not only defend herself, but also get something that she'll be able to go forward with and start getting the raids going against Ganji. So she calls it GG, says well played. Ganji's gonna be taking the first game of the series over here. And the game, to be fair, it looked fairly even up until we got to the Imperial Age, up until Ganji started going for extra castles, and this just goes to show. I have the hypothesis, I have presented the hypothesis that the higher level the player is, the better they are going to be in late game scenarios, and well, this certainly seems to support that. And I'm just going to ignore all the other instances in which my hypothesis has not been supported by games, and I'm just going to go full confirmation bias and say that I was always correct, and this is the reason why Gabi wants to try and take the game early as soon as possible, right? Anyway, we have a better KD for Ganji. In the end, it's going to be about 5-4 for economy. We see a stronger economy for Ganji as well, collecting about 12,000 extra resources. Damn! Society, about the same villager max count over here for both these players. Of course, Ganji ended up taking so many extra villagers from Gabi over here compared to the other way around. Ganji ended up losing 19 villagers throughout the game, and Gabi ended up losing 49 villagers over here throughout the game. Alright, let's go back. Alright. We are in game number 2. Yeah, it's fine. Just put it in random. In, yeah, game number 2, we're gonna see Land Madness. As Ganji and Gabi, they're both gonna be playing pranks over here. No Teutons. No Hindustanis, of course. And let's take a look. For the civilization, the both players will be making use of, we're gonna get free farm upgrades for Franks. On top of that, we get 15% faster working foragers, 25% cheaper castles, and in addition to that, there is 20% extra HP on a cavalry type unit starting in the Fuel Age. Well, for the team bonus, they also get 2 extra line of sight and 9 line units. Because it's the same bonuses for both these guys, it's not really going to be a matter of the civilization as much as it's going to be about the players. It is usually more so about the players than the civilization anyway, but in a mirror situation it's going to be even more so the case, and these do tend to be kind of snowbally because the options are the same for both guys. Whoever gets you know, the better engagement earlier, whoever gets the upper hand earlier is going to make it very, very difficult for the other player to catch back up as well. Why is this a best of 3 now? The round of 96 onwards are best of 3. Only the round of 192 is best of 1. Thank you for the follows, guys. Everybody who's following the channel today, who's finding the channel for the first time, I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're enjoying the content so far, and of course, we're going to continue casting the qualifiers until we get to the round of 32, I think, right? No, the round 24, sorry. The round 24. As the round of 12 sets will be cast tomorrow. There's going to be 6 sets for that one. And I think it's probably going to work similarly to how Red Bull Legacy qualifiers worked, where you're going to have 2 parallel series of sets playing at the same time. So probably like 3 and 3, right? And then people are going to have to make a choice. If I'm not mistaken, I think next weekend there is going to be another qualifier as well. That's going to be a backup qualifier for those players who might make it. For those players who might make it in the first qualifier, but might not make it into the main event due to the very short notice and not being able to get, you know, the visas. Bet your puntos away? Yes! Predictions are open for about 2 minutes and 40 seconds still. For who wins game number 2, option 1 Ganji, I think. Option 2 Gabi. Let me check. Yes! And right now it's looking very one-sided in favor of Gabi, so it seems we have some faith over here. Someone's got some faith. And Gabi, love to see it. But almost no predictions for Ganji right now. I think might go with Gabi this one. Are you trying to test to see if whoever you bet on wins? We obviously you bet enough and you're going to find situations like this, but we have had people in the past who have managed to successfully, what would you call it, counter predict the series by betting on the loser every time. Maybe it's going to happen for you this time around. You bet on the winner only. So maybe Ganji is going to take this one. Maybe Gabi is going to take this one, sorry. It's clearly a Civ win. Got the bet on Franks. Right. He's Noble as well. Hi, welcome. Welcome to everyone. We have more people than usual. Sorry if I did not say hi to everyone, but know that I am noticing you. Also, did you know that there is a 52.5% higher chance of people noticing you in the chat when you say hi with our beautiful, beautiful new hi emote that is available to everyone on the channel, not just subscribers, but it's a free emote, so you can use it even if you're not subscribed. Anyway, Felix is here for both these players. There we go. Hey, Huggy. You see? Beautiful. Kyle P. Let's go! Anatop, Flowering Dancer, love to see it. It was long overdue. Alright, there we go. Scouts coming out already for Ganji. He's got 2 over here, and Gabi. She's got the extra scouts coming out, of course. Right now it's going to be the same for both these players. 3 scouts, the 4th's on the way. And it's going to be the first player to stop pumping some Spearman, at the very least to send these forward. Meanwhile, Gabi, I think she's going to use the Spearman defensively. And that might be the way to go, because now Gabi, she's got the scouts forward, and we don't have anywhere near as many Spearmen as Ganji could have gotten over here to defend himself by sending some of these units forward. But at the same time, yeah, Gabi has actually not really been threatened by Ganji too much because of how many spearmen she has back home to defend herself with as well. We're gonna see a villager going down. Well done! Gabi's going to body block the villager, get the first kill over here. First blood. Meanwhile, towards the south. Yeah, Gabi's paying attention. Ganji's trying to put pressure against the woodland over there, but Gabi's gonna prevent Ganji from coming in and doing any damage. And if Gabi just stuck around here, she might have been able to get yet another villager, but in the end she's gonna have to try to find a different opening. We have 2 spearmen over here and 3 scouts. That is 4 scouts actually. That is still not going to bode well for the scouts, even with good unit control. If Gabi tries to take the engagement over here, she is going to end up losing a lot of HP on 2 of these scouts for sure. So she's bringing extra units. She's trying to stay close to the TC, and even if she doesn't manage to get a villager, she's prompting a little bit of idle villager time from Ganji. The blue player's gotta respect the potential for damage over here from the red player. There we are. And the game has completely stabilized. Ganji's bringing all the scouts he had forward back to defend himself with. Gabi still has more scouts compared... Oh man, that was awful. Gabi just took a lot of HP losses over there. She didn't need to. And where's the 6th scout though? She's got 5 over here. Where's the other one? Yeah, over here. Doesn't seem to be able to keep track of the unit squad as well, but she is still left in a little bit of a better spot, right? Not only has she gotten the only villager kill so far in this game, but also she's managed to keep the idle TC time lower than Ganji's. That is not good though. Once again, that's going to leave Gabi on 5 scouts over here versus 4. Many of these are low HP. But so long as the game stays stable over here, it's just going to be a race to the castle edge, what Gabi should have the upper hand on. For sure. There we go. Ganji sticking to the spearman over there. That is not the pistol. 2 scouts going down right away. He's got 3 left. And Gabi's getting to the gold. Once again, the same old tire gold. It's going to result in a villager going down, is it? She's gonna try. Oh, that was not the best unit control. She could have gotten another villager easy, probably. Even a 3rd villager over there. Although if people, she plays her cards right. Man, what a struggle for me to get used to this. But yeah, she should be able to get 2 additional villagers, and she's going to. There's a very weak villager over here. Only 2 hits, but she doesn't realize about it. Still has managed to get 2 villagers, so it's not too bad. And we're going to see some archers coming out from Gabi right now as well. So she can send the archers forward. Alongside the scout, alongside the spearman, and then wherever she goes, rather. If she's unable to come in with scouts, she'll be able to put pressure with the archers for sure. So let's take a look. She's roaming around. We take a look at the scouting information from Gabi, and she doesn't know about the wooling over here being connected. Both these lumber camps being connected anymore. Or yet, rather. She doesn't know about it yet. She's gonna have to play defensive. We'll see some archers coming out from Ganji forward as well. And it's falling apart a little bit for Ganji, yes. But he's gonna try to take this one back, and that's a villager going down for Gabi over here. And it's open! It's overchopped! This could be tragic. Let's take a look. Oh man, Gabi's unit control over there was not the best. These archers will end up getting cleaned up though, to the scouts it feels to me. We have an archer coming out over here for Gabi as well. Nice picks over there. Still 2 archers left for the bull player. Only 1 archer left over here for Gabi. And the villager lead that she had is kind of vanishing right now. Bull player is racking up a lot of idle TC time. And Gabi, she's exposed over here. So we might see a villager go down or 2. Unit control is very, very important, of course. There we go. Yeah, and in the end, Gabi will be the first player to click up to the castle age. However, she has fallen behind by 1 worker. Okay, these the exact same over here for both these players. Gabi just ended up getting a little bit of extra little TC time. It's not too bad though. Clicking up to the castle age, she's able to start going for military, and she seems like it seems like she's able to right now. Then she should be able to stabilize over here and prevent Ganji from putting too much pressure, from doing too much damage over here anymore, right? Ideally, we want to see some skirmishers, given the army composition from Ganji over here. A few skirmishers to defend against the archers should be fine. Scouts coming out over here from Gabi should suffice against the rest of the units, of course. And to be honest, with double stable over here, Gabi might actually be able to go for enough scouts to just take everything down over here without even going for a single range unit. So long as Ganji's spearmen are out of position, of course, and that was the case up until this point, but Ganji's been able to bring the spearmen forward, so now the scouts alone are not going to work, and we will need, indeed, range units. And what do we have? Only 1 archer for Gabi, so that is not the best. Maybe she's waiting until she gets to the castle age, so that she can go for light cavalry, perhaps. Yeah, if she can get to the castle age, start making some knights, potentially even go for the light cavalry, depending on how many scouts she's got left. That'll be ideal, but she's got to be careful. She's losing a villager. 2 villagers over here, and that tower's not coming out with a single vill. So she might end up losing all the villagers over here. And my lord, Gabi was looking so strong just a minute ago, and now things are kind of crumbling here. She loses her entire wool line down the south. She does not have any lumberjacks up in the north. She's down to 0 lumberjacks. Thankfully for her, she already managed to get a somewhat decent farming economy over here, and so long as she's got access to gold still, she should be fine. So it's of course going to be a matter of getting some knights out over here that will allow her to defend against scouts just fine. Potentially even going forward, trying to put some pressure, but Ganji's sticking to full FLH. Trying to make a play for the Castle H in this position would be kind of risky for Ganji. Although, to be fair, he's got only 2 stables, wouldn't really be able to spam the scouts too much, and he doesn't really have many left. So Gabi's able to defend herself successfully over here. Really, really well done. Now she actually might be able to start going forward and putting more pressure up, and ideally getting some economy back around the wood line. Probably down the south over here or up in the north. If Gabi could get a TC up, that'd be ideal. Of course, she cannot really do it until she gets enough wood, so she's gonna have to send some villagers over to the woodland. But if she gets enough, getting a TC up over here, for instance, around the south will be ideal. Potentially even another one over here, so she can defend her position. Use your imagination and think of it as a red TC, not a blue one. Sorry, my mistake. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. What's going on? It seems like OBS is lagging. Yeah. Okay, that is a new one. This is the first time that I see OBS starting to lag so badly in the middle of the game. Usually it's just whenever we transition into the scene. Sorry about the pause. I'm just waiting for OBS to stop freaking out. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and still 0 on wood. Fortunately, though, she does have the economy to keep on going for more knights. So long as she's able to keep collecting gold, of course, and for the timing, it's not going to be possible, though. Ganji actually ends up pushing Gabi away from gold, but there's another one over here that Gabi's going to start collecting from right away, so it's fine. She should be able to keep on going for more. And Ganji's still ahead by 6 workers, but he ended up losing so many villagers in the last minute or so. How many? Well, these knights have gotten 8 villagers down so far, and it's not the end of it. Ganji's not going to see the end of it. Not now. Not soon. As Gabi's unit control over here is much better than what we saw in the past. She does end up getting some good extra damage down over there and reducing the villager lead from Ganji to only 5 extra workers, and this is huge. Because you gotta keep in mind, getting up to the castle, it's just going to amount to about 6 villagers worth of TC working time. That means the TC is going to take about 6 villagers worth of training time, rather, to research the castle age, right? So if you are able to reduce the villager lead to less than 6, Gabi is technically in a better position, but she's been struggling, right? On the left-hand side, the scouts were doing a lot of damage. On the right-hand side, the archers are still making it impossible for Gabi to collect gold over here, and Gabi doesn't seem to realize that her gather point seems to be on the goal over there. However, with the knights over here, Gabi might actually still be able to get more damage done around Ganji's base than Ganji's been able to do with his archers and scouts around Gabi's base. So it's not too bad for the red player yet. Overall, yeah. 5 extra workers for Ganji right now. Technically, Gabi's in a better spot. This is without taking into account the heavy plow upgrade as well, which is going to pay off in the future for Gabi as well. She gets for free, of course, by getting to the castle age. Ideally, she wants to get bow saw too. That is extremely risky for Gabi to have so many exposed villagers over there so far away from the TC, and she's going to pay the price right now. The iron price. One village goes down. We're gonna see another village go down for sure. 3 villages should crumble easily over here. And that's going to be the case. She does manage to salvage the majority though. She sends those back, and I'm not really sure why she would ever go for this, but yeah, she sends these back, and this was actually very successful for Ganji, because he ended up forcing Gabi to bring the village, or actually the knights back, sorry. And the lead that we had for Gabi is kind of gone now. She doesn't have the means to keep on producing more knights. She's just gonna be confined to utilizing the ones that she went for defensively. At the very least, she risks losing a lot of villagers if if she doesn't keep the knights defensively. So she tried to go for the counter raid, spotted the scouts, and went back right away. And Ganji's getting a substantial lead already. 20 spearmen, guys! Should suffice for Ganji to defend himself. And it's even going to be fantastic for him to put some pressure with over here. He's going to keep on going for more military. Double stable production from Ganji. And while the game was looking so much better for Gabi just a few minutes ago, Ganji was able to bring this one back. Yeah, and Gabi's struggling to get any more damage down with those knights anymore. Here come the scouts. Gabi's got light cavalry over here. It's going to work out for the time being. She needs to pay attention to her units at all times because of her much smaller army compared to Ganji. But she was able to kind of catch up a little bit once again. It's not too bad. Just a minute ago, Gabi's villager deficit was significantly larger compared to this one, but take a look at the engagement though. Gabi's bringing everything she's got, not holding anything back. The knights, the light cavalry, the villagers, all called to fight, and they are able to clean up the army from Ganji, who managed to collect enough resources to click up to the castle age himself. But it seems like Gabi's finally kind of stabilizing over here. Here comes Gabi with 7 knights, 1 light cavalry. And Ganji's got 22 spearmen to defend himself with, go figure. How does Gabi ever manage to get any villagers down over here? It's gotta be just the villagers around the TC, right? Or potentially the villagers that Ganji cannot garrison, perhaps. And she does need a second TC. She needed a second TC for a while already. She's not really taking advantage of the castle age for economy too much. And Heavy Plow, of course, is going to come in for free for Ganji as well. As soon as he gets to the castle age. And beautiful quick walls over here for the bull player. And Gabi's just going to keep on roaming around, but doesn't seem like she'll be able to do too much anymore. Will she? Probably not.
Hey.
Yeah, probably not. Ganji doesn't seem like he'll be able to get too much damage down over here either. And Gabi's catching up. Only 3 extra villages for Ganji, and it's been such a roller coaster. With Gabi looking stronger at times, looking dead at times, coming back. Right, and now the game kind of stabilizes with about the same worker count and about the same military count for both these players. Gabi's trying to break through over here, not gonna be able to, and the knights, they're going down. And they will. They will go down for the most part. There we are. We're probably going to see Ganji go for the second TC before Gabi ever goes for one herself. By the way, what other sets were taking place right now as well? What other sets were taking place simultaneously? There was Doubt versus Dobbs. There was Kingstone versus Shade, I think, right? And then there was Uzi versus... I don't remember the other player. 2 Mexican players. Then there was Sobek versus Derp, if I'm not mistaken. Most of the sets seem to have finished pretty fast. Oh, alright. Well, I guess we made the right call then, going for this one. Judging by the Rex being posted. I see. Thank you, Huggy. Village sniper over here from Ganji, and yeah, the game has stabilized, right, for the most part. Interestingly enough, we do see Gabi be the first player to eventually go for the second TC, and this has been long overdue. Securing the golds over here with the TC would have been the way to go for Gabi. Ideally, she might want to get even another one over here on the left-hand side as well. And I was talking about the TCs on the wood lines, but that was back when she didn't have access to wood anymore, right? But now, she's fine. And she collected the majority of the wood down south, or the gold down south over here anyway. So, it doesn't seem like this one needs too much protection, while the one up in the north, I think we still have plenty of gold available here, don't we? Would you? 1800, so she definitely needs to protect that. Big struggle though. Ganji getting some villages down over here, and Gabi struggling to defend herself. Has never gone for spearmen whatsoever. She's just been banking on knights to defend herself against enemy knights. The problem with this is knights take so long to get other knights down that by the time you're able to clean your enemy's units up, you probably would have ended up losing a few villagers already, because the knight's going to take a few villages down before another knight takes it down. So we definitely need either monks or pikemen, and we have the one monk over here for Gabi, but she's not really able to make use of it effectively, unfortunately, and the monk's going down over there. Ganji's still gonna be the one putting pressure, and Gabi's still gonna be the one on the back foot. Heron Bars move to the next round from Group A. Viper, Jordan, and Dogal from the second pool. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Arbis has made an overview of the stronger players. The strongest players from each pool. So you're probably expecting those guys to move on. Thank you, Arbis, as well. And once again, Gabi's just struggling to defend herself so much. And still no pikemen! No pikemen whatsoever for Gabi, just the knights. We've already established they are not going to be the best defensive units. You want to use these to go forward and attack. You don't want to use this to defend. You want to use pikemen, monks to defend. And unfortunately, Gabi doesn't really have what she needs right now, so she'll probably end up losing these villages as well. And with 4 villages going down, that'll put Ganji at a 17 worker lead. Yeah, more villages going down underneath the TC from Gabi even. And it's looking pretty much over. Gabi's gonna want to keep on trying, of course, because of this being match point already. As it's always going to be the case in game number 2, no matter which series, right? But yeah, you're on the back foot and you want to keep on trying because this is your tournament's life on the line, so to say. And although Gabi could potentially sign up for the backup qualifier, it's not ideal. Big difference over here between both these players. Gabi was 2k1, I think, versus 2k3 from Ganji. If I'm not mistaken. Somebody could do hashtag match as well if they want to get more information, but yeah, the game seems to be pretty much over at this point. I was kind of expecting the game to be over soon anyway, so I said, yeah, I can probably just wait for the GG to be called before going and checking out, but yeah, the GG's not being called yet, although score lead is quite substantial for Ganji. Military and economy population over here is telling quite the story, which favors Ganji, of course, and Gabi should probably end up getting cleaned up over here, I would imagine. Here we go, the GG's coming up. Well played, says Gabi, and game number 2 goes in favor of Ganji, who moves on then to the round of 48. Let's go through the achievements over here quickly, and what do we get? We're gonna see for military a better KD. For Gabi, unfortunately, it doesn't matter because the economy was so much stronger for Ganji that it more than offset for the extra units that he might have lost, especially when taking villagers down from Gabi. He always put the red player kind of on the back foot when it came to economy. So very well played. Ganji moves on then, and Gabi gets knocked out of the qualifiers.